My name is DJ JahBluez and I'm in the mix, giving you a blend, a seamless blend of all the projects I did with St. Louis Gibbor and some special guests. Oh yeah, check it out. I'm in the mix, DJ JahBluez.
Bridging this generational gap is tending to be an arduous task when the weight of the world and the fate of the future lies nonchalantly in some new booty's hand. It's truly a labor of love and of patience, moving through the most gracious expression, affecting my younger sister and brethren to motivate in an upward direction. Now, how is there ageism amongst us when we're facing the craziest racism daily? How is the student more prudent than teacher, the child more learned than mama? The grace to move, yes, the move. The movement, the movement, the movement. It's the movement, it's the movement.
Somewhere, some way, somehow, we done fell off. Kids more concerned about being well off, but look at how they act. Dirty draws, sagging jeans, $100 games on a high plasma screen, looking dusty, but they mean it's clean and sex play all day. But in person, you barely even look at me. Call me bro, when we kick it, I'll be there. If that's the case, stop sending them dick pics. If that's a problem, maybe your mama can help you fix that. If that's the problem, maybe your papa can help you fix that.
It's the movement, it's the movement. The movement, the movement. The movement, the movement. It's the movement, it's the movement.
I live hip hop. You can feel my gift when I spit. Some of y'all take my hip hop and try to wear the motherfucker like a outfit. That flow won't go.
I know. You see hip hop as this caramel complected, brown sugar skin, cocoa butter covered, cultured, sophisticated, exotic, yet ever so intelligent woman of influence. Mind you, this vision's reminiscent of anime fighting off Ike Turner and anime. Yo, she knows how to carry herself, a child, the full weight of the ages, and hold her house down, and all your simple ass can think about is, I wanna smash. Ever so understated, underrated. Understand, young man, to know her is to love her. This wondrous lady is more than likely to be likened to the rain falling on the makeshift corrugated steel roof of a shanty. That's what's happening when she rapping.
Oh yeah, man. Don't let this go over your head, yo. I'm just saying. St. Louis Gibbor, DJ JahBluez. We got some projects out there, y'all.
Another JahBluez banger. Shout out to the shout outs and all that shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm chillin', man. Microphone, thriller jam. High blazed up in the sky, nobody ill as him. Bucket hats like I'm Gilligan. Mind rolling like a Michelin. Dope thoughts, killing quotes like a villain in. Metaphors, acronyms, and a backward spin. Yeah, way before 94, I was packing gems. Give them raw biscuits. Yeah, I'm trying to make some dough so we can all kick it. Some rhymes over your head. You probably all missed it. You not at all gifted. If I rap on a track with a brother, yeah, just know we all lived it. It ain't at all business. They about to bear witness to this rare L up there. You can't compare fitness. Life ain't never been fair. I had to stand and deliver. Shake off the devil, respect the man in the mirror. Really ain't tripping, you ain't a fan of my era. Vibe on vibe, I've been had. Vibe on vibe, I've been had. Style on vibe, style I've been had.
I've been had, been that slumber, don't come for some underdog. It's been that troublesome thought in my cummerbund since a youngin' coming up. The son of a soldier who nearly sold his soul in sworn service to one nation under the gun. Understand where I'm coming from. Found lessons learned in life's legions when purpose surfaced in pain in turn. Encouraging perfect strangers to return to the faith. Old school been cold crushing whole crews earnestly turning a phrase. Been had skills and spit life was a problem. Out loud in grenades. The thing is, I chose spitting life with so many peers that being grim resigned to glorifying the gutter. Guns and butter rediscovered. That's a nation's wealth spent on defense instead of people getting fed. All flown under the radar. Bet that went up with some heads. Insincere hearts been written into insincere since flame. And 6th generation cold war sensibilities have been given the blame. Our standards have sunk so low we dig holes to set the bar. Now you see, people no longer believe that befits those credos evil.
Vibe on vibe I've been had. Vibe on vibe I've been had. Style on vibe on style I've been had.
Yeah, I'm a cyborg whose my chords connected to the divine sources. Life force like Thor, my light core might ignite. The night leave the sky scorched like July 4th. When I die, ride that white horse into death. My killer instinct like Igor, I write more. Now that I got something to fight for. Bringing back that 9-4 ride core. Hip-hop kingdom come, decide scores. I'm still killing the syllabus like students studying for master degrees in the sciences. I'm hating more than Kaepernick's genius. Doesn't matter the reasons. After multiple manager meetings, amateurs need pasture seed for today's masculine. Even a hearse driven by me. Ha! Bags the boss man. Sorry I beg your pardon, but we spar with spawns. JoeLouis hit the hardest, much more than your average underground hip-hop artist.
Vibe on vibe I've been had. Vibe on vibe I've been had. Style on style I've been had. Vibe on vibe I've been had. Style on style I've been had. Vibe on vibe I've been had. Style on style I've been had.
Merciless mayhem, murderous with a spray can, refurbish in your face tan, return what's been forsaken. A made man, no name brand can save them. Get your whole castle caved in, no hate then no caping. We stay sick, deranged twist, our youth was wasted. These heroes nowadays can't even save the waitress. A dang tip, and crime pays more than minimal wages. Everybody's trying to escape their personal cages. They can't seem to find their ways up the stage. Left, right, straight, graceless. The census of the senses, they got no flavor at all, it's all tasteless.
They can't contain the streets, vacant as Transylvania. Break through the gates, rise to the occasion. Give thanks for creation, till the ceremony, cremation, ritualization. Cleanse like a storm system, survive these harsh times without the cries of a war victim. Energized by words of wisdom, the world keeps spinning, regardless of the circumstance or current condition. I circulate my workflow, I don't play a position.
Typical apex predator / anomaly, inversely affecting the total topography. In these instances, it's my pleasure in the insidious increments of righteous indignance in mere minutes. Witness due diligence. Uno dos uber do dubious underground underdogs, upbraiding doldrums this unified overlooked undercord. Utterly unsung, underdumb, undue duress, daily still under dopeness amongst the ubiquitous duplicitous. And with those gentle nudges from the one above us that truly loves us, we adjust and move till we finally find our groove. This that hip hop, it don't stop party till your body drops. Peace, love, unity, and having some fun.
Yo, it's time to pick up the pace, make haste. In a world with too much hate, too much fake, I cannot relate. Take the vinyl out the milk crate, take the title back, Manny Pacquiao welterweight. What's cracking now? We show you how we'll break out king on the break. So much of a give and take, taking more than they give on the plate. There's no icing on the cake, enticing us all like snakes. Compromising with a stake, I'm a crusader without a cake. Roll the papers and elevate, cause these styles back we take. Who wanna contest, I'll do my best. Let it off my chest, exhale the cess and the work we compress. Increasing all of the stress, can't even lay my head to rest. Why do they make more and we make less?
Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Yeah.
Back to fresh. Let's take it back to fresh. Let's take it back to fresh. Invariably dose to the out of seat in certain circles. I don't take it personal, I take the bitter with the sweet. But you made to the discussion and the discarded cloth from it ain't none of my business what other people think of me. I remember as a tot, I played with Tonka trucks and Tuscans. Back then to play all day without a break to me was nothing. Action figures was tall as Barbie dolls and moved like giant robots. G.I. Joes had actual clothes. I used to think all powder dollars. Crack then was just the lines inside the sidewalk that we spit on mattresses we put on cocoa soda that we sipped on back then. And I don't know when things went wrong, this on my mama. It happened so suddenly, we went from happiness to drama. Since then, I found there's more than just one glitch up in the matrix. Once again, it happened. It did, and it's so tragic. So let's face it, folks don't turn the lives of chaos on a humdrum. And people want more people. Where these evil people come from?
Back to fresh, back to the principles, back to how we learned to get down.
Bring it back.
Back in the days, I knew rap would never die. I've been a student of the craft and I mastered it with time. Nowadays, most be lacking passion when they rhyme. You can't even understand them when they rapping on the mic. That's not me, I'm staying under pressure to make every track fresher than its predecessor. Always pushed the envelope and gave my best effort, and that's what helped Am become an expert rec catcher. Paid attention to the lessons learned in the trenches. I done went from fan to indentured apprentice. Open mic nights, I would step in every session, flexing. I was like my crew's secret weapon. Peace and Justice Center, Foundation Funk Collective. LB to OC, your boy was fucking rapping. 3rd Street Promenade, Venice to Leimert Park. It'll all stick with me forever like a birthmark. Was like a rite of passage, might not be quite as active, but don't be crass and take me for some kind of 90s has-been. I don't have a promise, timey lapses. I level up, holler at your man, I'll teach you how to write a class.
Back to fresh. Back to fresh.
Took a test to become an MC. Man, they were serious about it, man. Had they Pumas on, had they bomber jacket on, had they feeler suit on. Man, they wasn't playing, man. Yo, now I'm not trying to make the party cease, but there was once a time when we considered this an artistry. We would memorize the lyrics. It resonated in the spirit every time we'd hear it. And never was it questioned why we took it so serious. That was when graffiti was mysterious. You had to venture out and be on a certain frequency to grow near it. You had to live and love it in order to be in and of it. Sort of like a covenant with a built-in government. I become flustered when I discover glutton's been slutting it up. Let's take it back like members only, shoulder straps and button lifts. Say yes if your tape deck stayed blessed with the latest flame fest from 1580 K-Day West when it was way fresh. As our marble in remembrance, operating from a place and time when it was all authentic, before it became minted, when everybody meant it.
To just jump off into a meditative mindset, not to neglect any rhyme set, potential to post in your knob net. I connect into your brain frame, check, I'll sweat your neck. Don't you fret in any old time, I said it's best. Don't forget that I'll slap your back, self-defense, invest. Ignorance and belligerence can't stand incense. For instance, my stance to stand grand makes my fist pump hard, pull cars on land. List twist but not for long, volume 10, my man. We develop a plan to stand, this song intense. Let alone this business, nothing but ridiculousness. Realize and improvise this for prudence, keep capturing this. No risk, Tomeicko, watch 1965. Kiss, 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 kiss.
This that growling the pump.
The 7-Eleven, the snack, the Coke in the pack. You relax. You're like a harassment, a spectacular embarrassment, a mere man in your imagination. All the sniping, no hesitation. My pimp hand is stronger than yours. 100 of goes, it got sold on the poor and the rich. Not only the bitch, but the church girls too. Might slap you before my time through. I'm like no kung fu, but I'm size of my shoe. No curfew, a calisthenics, like a paraplegic. I'm anemic, so cool with a limp. And I'm always bent, eyes so squint for Floyd and Flint. I can no longer be bit. Sniping so lit for the harassment of bastard bacon. System morality and common sense have been forsaken. I'm thinking we doing too much. A collaboration and I give it a fuck. Roll me up, ready to go. Stereo, motherfucker.
Munza mindset, muted since the Middle Ages. The enduring sons of kings and slaves surviving the middle passage. From the womb to the tomb, the bassinet to the casket. The antithesis to the long-drawn character depicting us as savages. From flashbacks to the future, fast track to the present. This that West Coast representing whilst Myka9 resents the rap. Step operating a poetic words made with purpose in the booth. Steady stomping through the streets in my big black boots. This that call of the rowdy righteous, written with Richard Wright's pen. The resolve of James Baldwin's ball-pointed iron knife's heavy hand. This that random and neglected bed, wiping sweat from a furrowed brow. The fervent prayer of a doting mother covering her wayward child. This that is what they hollering content, but I be spitting. I church there in the corner right now, giggling in derision. Figured I keep it 100 while they keep it 50 faked. And I stay banging, they stay basic, slowly dying in your hatred.
Oh yeah, this is DJ JahBluez, and this is my cosign. You know, when I cut on a track, it's cause I love it. Here we go. This is me, DJ JahBluez in the cut. Boom.
Slang, come back like karma, maintain the dharma. I'm Dr. Brzezinski, fuck big pharma. Got a cure for cancer, but they don't answer. Shrouded in banter, similar to dirty laundry in hampers. Let me tamper with your thoughts. Independent hip hop as we pop and lock in the chop wreck shop. Cultivators never stop. On the block, watch on my side squats. Stepping in harder this year, with JahBluez bumping in your ear. Got the will to persevere with this therapy, gain clarity, clear vocals over rhythm and melody. From my memory, killing negative energy. Still most won't remember me, cause I'm part of the solution and the remedy. Rather vote for John F. Kennedy. They're pulling trump cards, trying to pull your guard, make life hard, spin life bar, jumping economy cars. You know who we are, we the people up under the stars.
It costs us to learn, but we make our return by investing in finding our purpose in pain, pressing on. Pressing on.
JahBluez kidnapping us, gunpoint, making us do raps and shit. Now we beyond that, I'm so far beyond that. This small rap, write my name in all caps. I hit you up, no call back, get the whole cat. Cold call, both my balls. It's that case that Madlock couldn't solve. The sultan of that sovereign solvent. The wizard of gods, I might be off, but I'm on one. Winter, spring, summer, or autumn. You ain't the solution and you're part of the problem. You're like the pollution in the water. I'm like that mutated otter. Just the cause of the cure, that all blur. You're rarely even sure I'm obscure person gone berserk. Trust me, it worsens, these curses just slurs for the right serpent to surface. In this circus of merchants, the perfect insurgents.
It costs us to learn, but we make our return by investing in finding our purpose in pain, pressing on.
10-year willows, burnt coals, burnt up, burning midnight oil. As an advocate of advanced rhyme transcribes, can I be candid? When painting a pristine system into the imagery sets the standard. So it's like my mildly wildly when obsessing. Wife's wifey riding, you'll find me coaxing, fly by designing tonight. With my big pen man, ship a trailer, loads of blue sleeve lace with life lost and love theory. Love plume myself off the edge, flat earther to confirm the conspiracy. Wholeheartedly bogarting, there's no margins on this parchment. Writing for my rights and writtens, wrenching, inventive syntax. Listen, chiseling, chopping, shine, chastising biters for piracy. Delighting in the blighting irony of them finding that they can't hang. Tormenting typecast, typical cast casting stones in dispersion. Steady casting more fly lines than 80 anxious Alaskan anglers. Danger, danger, there's some strangers in your list. DJ JahBluez on the Adepts, St. Louis.
It costs us to learn, but we make our return by investing in finding our purpose in pain, pressing on. Pressing on.
Setups, you thought you stepped up to get your rep up. Jokes on you, Jack. It's like that. When I bug out, you bound to get snuffed out for frontin'.
21st century inequities. We in the fast lane in reverse, now hitting record speeds. Spin the record backwards, you hear the devil sees. So turn your TVs on and watch your Hannity. Ignorance still running rampant, it's insanity. 4 years of lies from 45, spoken candidly. Can't believe 45% of American families still supported this motherfucker. Humanity seems lost at the moment, blind and deceived. The bigger picture of a mind that's diseased. So we align frequencies, time them with the illest beats. Divine imagery to balance out the ill he speaks. If man knows not what he does, how the fuck are we supposed to rise above and find these victories so bittersweet? A bitter defeat, thank heaven with hellions. If they can't hear us silently, up next is rebellion. Come on.
Dry from the last sweat, first he cracked it. Thirsty bastard, no mercy gathered. Blame the goofy that uses your name in hatred. Nah, I blame the homie that made me feel safe to say it. All the subliminal shots is pitiful, not made it a ritual not to simmer the pot. Shit, if I'ma give it, I deliver it hot. Was nothing given, he was missing a lot. Flow cold, got my engineer in winter gear, knocking your balance off and hounding your inner ear. Vision clear, spitting wisdom and filling your bandolier. Just another can of that ass whipping I'm handing you. Boy flash so fast, couldn't catch it on camera. Foes couldn't last, I guess they lacking the stamina. Threats of blackballing, they ain't scaring them. Imagine that, can't alienate an alien. They raps written and half bitten, I'm airing them. They catfishing, while Cooley a pescatarian.
Two tears in a buck, nobody gives up. Nothing but the dope on the spoon, how it's delivered. Talking to the man on the moon, I hope they hear us. Spoken by a bunch of baboons, it's clear they pharisaic. Attachment to the nearest pictures painted. System tainted, the victim they twist and hangers. Through words spoken, I wrote them. Give them the middle finger, shit thick. Like tapioca Tomeicko, I'm loaded with hopeless anger. They hit them from every angle. AI breaking their ankles, we done for dangle. Star Spanish managed to mangle life on the line with it blindfold, leading the blind midget. Can't see shit in the way, poverty pie pivot. Life's so hard to keep living, but the rich get richer. They was fine with it. Why? We designed to die or survive with it. My niggas.
Spent ample time trifling with trampling swine. Precious pearls of wisdom applied, a dividing moment qualified. My God, my heart is heavy laden, still lovingly ladling mother's milk with every single statement. Conflicting vibes colliding, yet I want to right my wrongs. Went with Jesus on a ride along, he told me to write a song. For all my flagrant vagrants and vacuous vagabonds, give us respect or just expect on sight it's on. I heard them old folks say that God is in the detail back against the wall. Like I'm belly up on the bed and just can't sleep on purpose. And painship is listening, still we're setting self from where I learned to chunk up the W and how to take it ill. And glorious bastards finding life in sonship amongst polarized people with no moral compass. As visceral visuals vividly abound and dominable spirits rise as trumpet players resound.
Now all the setups, you thought you stepped up to get your rep up. Jokes on you, Jack. It's like that. When I bug out, you bound to get snuffed out for frontin'.
Oh yeah, this is DJ JahBluez with St. Louis Gibbor. Yeah, this is from our project, the supernatural progression of the boom bap. That's right. Check out that project, y'all. It's dope.
If my dreams are stillbirth to break this inhibition of me that I see. So full term Mr. Urban's burning midnight. All lessons learned in midst of full. Put to practice while I let patience have her perfect work through the easy and the hardest times, the seed time and the harvest times. Dead set on living life to the fullest of possibilities. The irony of losing sleep pursuing this dream isn't lost on me yet. We ride. Listen and learn these life lessons and know that the lesson's only valid once you pass the testing. Past the testing comes the blessing of power demonstrated, not just polished performance or the power of persuasion. Truth is, we're all gifted, and every gift is happens to them. That gift can put you in a penthouse. Your character can paint the rent, especially if you still act like them. Niggas, where you come from, you'll never recognize. You're so much more than what you become, son. So someone has to say something that some of us don't know. And some of the comrades and cowards you click with don't condone it while we justify lies with lies like I've got to get mine. My heart is heavy laden cause my conscience just won't go, son. Try real hard, but you fall back in it all. Win or lose or drop it in it all. Try real hard, but you fall back in it all. Win or lose or drop it in it all.
You know what, man? We ain't afraid of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Bring it, yo.
I don't count bars because the bars don't count until the rhyme is done. My friend, that's the rhyme for fun. Cyberpunk ride or run. Soul survivors, we hold the fire, so bite your tongue. Bro, I bet the billion to go bullion on JoeLouis, bringing back brass knuckle ballroom fighting package to rap. Now move the abacus back. Mad mathematicals from two lab animals who happen to rap. Rapping in fact, fishing for even more efficient modes of transmitting elegance, reminiscent the baby's breath. Fresh and listen, this the difference between us. You need to know, even as little kids kicking that we was ghosts. Destined to come together and bring something better. The era coke rap and broke back pop like guns who smoke black. We grab a Bozak, return to the soul clap. Now hold that. Now tell me, where do the true weirdos reside? The unabashed and fearless bold souls go to unwind. I swear I want to find myself line dancing in the number. Don't judge, you got learned, you got to get your groove on where you find it, brother. So I put texture on text for the next reckless Gen Xer heckler in an Uber super. You see me king peeking, seeking, peeking the cuisine, convening this evening's weekly meeting. The Fantastic Four, JoeLouis show weapons causing casket doors and amateurs in classic form. Cooking up, man, gonna have some more. The flavor fresh ever since Magnum Force. Serving them back and forth, no tennis racket. Twice the better status has always been a savage with the pen. Moving meta action in the air. Let them have it, make the fabric of space-time. Blending magic with the self-psychics. We move the crowd while they push sex and sell violence. Laughing out loud. Laughing out loud. Laughing out loud. I found in life that the hardest things to let go of are those things which your hands can't hold. You know, the bitterness of betrayal, a daunting, haunting memory, a missed opportunity, unrequited love, a dream deferred. To quote Williams Wordsworth, thoughts that do often lie too deep for tears. Here then is where the war is waged, where patience and courage give birth to the iron resolve of the Maroons to continue to stand, to keep on keeping on. I mean, if water drops can crack stone and a gentle tongue can crack bone, then I'll never be reduced to a mere whisper in the wind. My friend, I won't concede defeat of a dream deferred. I am fostering childhood imaginations running rampantly through my mind. Now, what we're doing is running a razor blade's edge, risking spoiling the moment, ruminating ruin, no line. We move like the ghost and the darkness, the Tigris and Euphrates. We move like the ghost and the darkness, the Tigris and Euphrates.
When you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen. When you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen.
Really hate to see is our people walking power and authority. I'm blessed to be, I'm blessed not just to be. Claiming to have fruit when it's just to see. Now wait a minute, Mr. Rapper, hold on, what you mean? All you need to do with faith is a mustard seed. You're a rusty thing, now tell me what's the seed. Until the soul of food grown, it ain't much to see. I tell you what we need, is integrity. Though the lost might be the Jesus the world can see. Every hit the story with the Lord's hungry. He searched the tree for figs found, and so we cursed the tree. First, if you can tell me what that means. To some it seems to walk with God is the club, not a life for thee. Rightfully, they just might perceive the misrepresentation of the light and call us trifling.
Tell me when you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen. When you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen.
A moment in time collides with eternal truth, expressed over rhythm designed to infect the youth, but with no discrimination. The old and young alike can come and sip these living waters in. Quench your weary soul's thirsty. Whether you've been back down the captain or from you church, I can see behind your painted on smile you're clearly hurting, and wonder if you're receiving in life what you're deserving. But if that's the case, then there's no hope, cause ain't nobody perfect. Word up, lend me your ear and I'ma publish peace properly. There's a father who's a potter, aware of the cracks in your pottery, and in regards of how you see yourself, oddity or prodigy, to him it's considered a robbery to call us all his progeny. Honestly, the hardened heart is more deadly than hardened archeries. Hearkening to fallen angels heraldry darkened my destiny. Just a hard-headed head heading down the hard road to perdition, not knowing the guilt of my destiny was in the power of my decisions. Listen.
Tell me when you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen. When you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen. When you're ready, drop the needle to the record. Let me get it for a minute. Live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges. Fix soul food with the breaker kings in the kitchen. Get it for a minute, live life like there is a limit. Committed to the vision, spitting life and building bridges.
There's some great moments in hip-hop, yo. Big up St. Louis Gibbor.
For such a moment as this, prepare. For such a moment as this, persevere. For such a moment as this, I'm here. For such a moment, for such a moment, for such a moment as this.
They're calling it a cryptic Coptic, collapsing your confederacy as 21 Kalashnikov salute the collective's calligraphy. The writings on the wall, the fall of Rome in a poem. Over breakbeats, I beat the bricks off busters, bubbling mimicry. There's prowess in each pen stroke, picture Hannibal packing a pachyderm as magistrates master the ministry of motivating the taciturn. Brandishing multiple firearms that ambidextrous acetylene torch tip tentacles turn the industry on the endeavor tightening. And spearheading, spitting life in the spirit of Shaka Zulu, hitting hits harder than cartoon anvils will calculate in concrete concentrate. Paving our own lane minus corporate cosigns or endorsements amidst these crooked-footed race horses running rancid discourses. Of course, this task before us has been proven enormous. Shifting seasons and rivers' courses, releasing copious amounts of endorphins. So forfeit before you find my 4 eyes fixed on your dinner plate. A barbarian, golden era incarnate.
Time is too short and the end is too near for me to waste these precious moments giving frozen in fear. No more robbing for gold, I know I'm chosen, it's clear. I'm here.
For such a moment as this. Prepare. For such a moment as this. Persevere. For such a moment as this. I'm here. For such a moment. For such a moment. For such a moment as this.
2 decades of these dues paid, numerous shows slayed on stage, cultivating my trade as the ink fills the page. I'm a verbal gorilla, bending this birth faking out of my cage. Green Godzilla rampage over everything man-made, over everything being enslaved, polluting the airwaves, chemtrailing the fairways. I'd rather sun gaze into unjust ways. My child support gets paid, but nah, you didn't hear that, it's from me. I'm an underground MC that come from golden era OGs. Makuya J be drinking that OE, freestyling John Bomb in the poetry, rhyming, learning the cadence and climbing. Be patient, not to be complacent, maximize the timing. Keep our sons and daughters from dying, turn the energy into fighting. We keep the consciousness igniting, independent cause they keep lying. They keep saying get rich or die trying, stay conniving to keep each other from thriving. Planning a bureau rising on a 5G widescreen, artificial clouds and lightning. Say it loud, this art's official, call it revolution. Rhyming.
Time is too short and the end is too near for me to waste these precious moments giving frozen and thin. No more groping for gold, I know I'm chosen, it's clear. I'm here for such a moment as this. Prepare for such a moment as this. Persevere for such a moment as this. I'm here for such a moment, for such a moment, for such a moment as this.
Like this. A kiss of death if they would touch them like I've done with scorpions like Abru and kept his pets in micro zoos. A breath of life remaining for them soundboy when I rescued them from drowning in pools. JahBluez providing this exciting opportune occasion for this Cajun Creole blazing roasting cookouts. Good food and sustenance for souls. That vibe out at intervals, shifting frequencies eternal. Any moment opponents would notice the bonus of focus. Can join us and hope that an opus as in tone and condoners. We smoking and woken and wokeness to weed out the dopers and jokers. To coin up a vocal I wrote when denoting I don't tell the sisters and bros who be flowing, no boat or rowing, no ship or homie, just a rope and permission to come aboard. This freestyle bloating vessel will soon be unloading a special. And indeed we bow our heads and release our swords.
Time is too short and the end is too near for me to waste these precious moments giving frozen and thin. No more groping for gold, I know I'm chosen, it's clear. I'm here for such a moment as this. Prepare for such a moment as this. Persevere for such a moment as this. I'm here for such a moment, for such a moment.
Oh yeah, we used to take some road trips back to Cali, man. That's back home.
I gotta get back to. I gotta get back. I mean, I ain't seen Granny in a minute, man. I gotta get back home.
Hey, what?
No, I gotta do this. No, we're gonna have to get on the road.
Ain't no place like home, so they say so today. Find me touching back down on the turf after 2 years absence. Yet again, that is the return of the Ramblin' Dope City OG. That's original Creole, just to clarify, Mr. Urban, something like a certified wordsmith. And baby Blue been making up these bobbies, told me fall through and lay down these verses. So I'm ready up the herd, hopping in the hoopty, headed at a high rate down the I-10 highway. Ready with the flow steady, as she goes, the whole road trip's a blur till we go through live. Wait. Hey, here comes the exit, JahBluez. That's Love King, yeah. Popeyes is on Love King. You gotta get off on Love King.
It never rains in Southern California. I'm going back to Cali.
It never rains in Southern California. I'm going back to Cali. Now I'm getting a little giddy, literally giggling as we're getting back on to the road. As JahBluez is recklessly adjusting the setting to breakneck speed on the cruise control. And I swear I can smell the faint scent of salt of the breeze, but you see I'm prone to acting a donkey when crossing the Colorado River into the Pacific time zone. Yup, from the 818 to the 213, from the 626 to the 310. I'm a bona fide South Cali Nina boy, but the whole state's my home sweet home. Eureka, beholding, we're holding the same golden state of mind as pioneers of old. A ball sipping, reminiscing on easy, cruising down the street in his 6-4. In spite of the bloody, gripping, and multifaceted gangbanging tendencies, you'll find the natives coinciding a piece of Venice Beach, corporally getting an eye full of cheeks. Forget me, I'm prone to waxing poetic nostalgia when talking about peace to LL Cool J, B.I.G. and Tony.
It never rains in Southern California. I'm going Sometimes I close my eyes and pretend I'm back home again. It never rains in Southern California. I'm going back to Cali. How did we get here? He pondered. A purely rhetorical music. He just found it easier to say the words than to actually, honestly revisit the long, often hard road that his marriage had become. He knew that he was no victim. Certainly he had sustained injury, but he also knew all too well that he had drawn first blood. He had to admit that what had become over the years a vicious cycle of tit for tat began with him. He heard her first. He heard her deep. It wouldn't be until later in their marriage that he would learn a lesson that would cost him dearly. Hurt people, hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. Look, she's plucking on my heartstrings, everybody can see. Except me, I'm steady frontin' when we have company. What you see is what you get, and what you had was a rat. If your pops knew how I did you, he'd probably still bust a cap. I myself can't get beyond what you ever see in me, beyond the lying and cheating, mistreating and all the beatings. What you see in me, oh, darling, darling, what you see in me, oh. Too much time wasted already. I've had me fill up a horse galore, full of forbidden fruit, got me rotten to the core. No more dancing with the devil and his seven deadly medley, steadily bumping in a drunken stupor, misdirecting me. Prodigal child, running wild life of the walking dead. Forgiveness through repentance, scars light eclipses, triple sixes. Me and the missus is a worthless wish if I persist to solicit chance and those kisses. It ain't worth it to risk it. If the give us seductions, a salacious silvertongue sabotage, a consenting adult, a dissenting child of God. Go figure, it ain't no game playing with people's emotions. It took my queen's crocodile tears to finally topple my ego steeple. Looking at all the dirt I did in the dark, in the dawn's light, I see the price to be a player is to suffer the pawn's plight. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken with no remedy. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken with no remedy. Look, she's plucking on my heartstrings, everybody can see. Except me, I'm steady frontin' when we have company. What you see is what you get, and what you had was a rat. If your pops knew how I did you, he'd probably still bust a cap. I myself can't get beyond what you ever see in me, beyond the lying and cheating, mistreating and all the beatings. What you see in me, oh, darling, darling, what you see in me, oh. Where's it gone? Where's the time
Take a man.
Oh yeah, playtime's over.
I pray that this is received in love. This is just an observation. What do I know? This here's passionate penmanship. Pro-life, pro-Pierce lost. What's the profit player if you lose your soul but then Porsche? I'd probably be more popular promoting coochie popping when bad is called good and good has been forgotten. When top 40 whores be pushing poison with no conscience, even Dr. Frankenstein would wonder why we made this monster. I don't even listen to the words you say, it's just the beats be banging. But it's a detriment to my child's destiny if I let my baby shaking. See, I'm saying these cats is plastic, polyurethane imposters. If you throw a rock in a pack of hounds to what you hear, well, I got to expose the devil. If nobody won't, I'll say it's wrong when these children is popping cars and crip walking before they crawling. I just call them like I sing them and sing we can't make the connection, so we don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind in the baby section. Now the measure of a man's 9 millimeters. It's official, they've got core lines at Columbine, and they're launching much more than spitballs. People, the pitfalls, the road to perdition's paid with their petition. Your local DJ to put this play term on his playlist. People, the pitfalls, the road to perdition's paid with their petition. Your local DJ to put this play term on his playlist. People, playtime's over when our baby girls are bootylicious. Playtime's over when turning tricks is for kids is. Life imitating art, or is it life arts imitating? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over when our baby girls are bootylicious. Playtime's over when turning tricks is for kids is. Life imitating art, or is it life arts imitating? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over when homosexuals commission teens to go into all the world and preach abomination and blasphemy. The fallacy propagated, God didn't make you follow dark urges. It's funny what's called a lifestyle now, it used to be known as perversion. So behind the veil of double talk, deceit and euphemism, we bow our knee and worship at the altar of our feelings. I mean, when this world's resident evil is just a game we play with, no wonder Marshalls or Marksman and little Susie is a sadist. What's saddest is I'm blacklisted if I choose to pen these phrases. And we save our praises for hood rats chasing cheese and mazes. Put out an Amber Alert, innocence can't be located. Crime scene investigators won't say this, but radio's the rapists. We're talking major players at high places and cash in massive amounts. Manhattan's making money and charging it to our children's account, digging them out. Living out the American smoking. Teaching chunks hilarious until your daughter's a dope. Hoping I ain't throwing precious pearls of wisdom to piglet, but even the platonic relationship with the world is illicit. So we teach, do as I say, not as I do, and deny the influence of quenching the thirst of a weary youth with raw sewage. Playtime's over when our baby girls are bootylicious. Playtime's over when turning tricks is for kids is. Life imitating art, or is it life arts imitating? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over when our baby girls are bootylicious. Playtime's over when turning tricks is for kids is. Life imitating art, or is it life arts imitating? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over when our baby girls are bootylicious. Playtime's over when turning tricks is for kids is. Life imitating art, or is it life arts imitating? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking? Playtime's over, who's to blame when we teach them booty shaking?
Oh yeah. Thank you for listening to the mix. You've made it to the end. Yes, this is a blend of all the projects. Not all the projects with St. Louis Gibbor, but majority of them, especially our main project, the supernatural progression of the boom bap. I mean, you gotta check that album out from start to finish. It's just a big project. When everything was going down with COVID, we were locked in a studio trying to get work done. So check it out, y'all, man. Big up, St. Louis Gibbor. My name is DJ JahBluez. Peace.